Police are investigating a high school for what might be a massive case of cyberbullying.
How could you do this to me? I trusted you!
And that's exactly why I don't have a Twitter.
That girl's checking you out.
Wait, who? Wait, Bridget?
Oh, you have really beautiful eyes, you know?
Thanks.
But we're not posting this.
I'm Theo Perkins, and I'm the founder of the Elizabeth Youth Theater Ensemble. For 10 weeks, students dedicated their time after school to learn all about the filmmaking process under the direction of New Jersey award-winning filmmakers Du Bois Sachong and Pierre Coleman. From concept to page to screen, students came together, collaborated to tell a story that meant something to them and to their community.
In the year 2038 squared, human technology.
My name is Pierre Coleman.
I had the position of being a producer.
I was the director of the film.
My name is Adler LaFleur, and I was cinematographer.
My position in this HBO project type thingy was main editor.
Hi, my name's Issei Candelario. I was grip and DP.
I was the assistant director for Twurge.
I'm the AV Media TV production teacher at Thomas Jefferson Arts Academy.
I was the film instructor here at EYTE with the students. I had a great time. Going in, I really didn't know what to expect, and just getting to know the students, and we really bonded, and we went through a lot of trials and tribulations, but we really got a good product done. I feel like I learned a lot from them. I feel, and I hope that they learned from me, especially from all the yelling that I did and making sure that they moved and that they were on time, but they really were just organized and passionate, and so it kept me inspired because I got a chance to teach what I love to students who were open to receive. You're going to know what they're arguing about through what? Their dialogue. Unless you see some kind of flashback or something visually that'll show you why. So when we get to that part, then we'll get into, then you'll find out what they're arguing about, right?
It was a new experience. It was fun. It was interesting in ways that I had never been a director before. So having to get to know your actors and everybody else that was on set was very interesting and difficult at the same time because there were a lot of people that were working on the project, so it was difficult to get to know everybody and get into a flow of film.
It was fun, but it was also challenging because I had to make sure that everything was going right. I had to schedule and reschedule with Pierre, and I had to make sure that everything was just going in this place. So it wasn't easy.
Well, the pre-production was a breeze because everyone had all the thoughts. It was the production itself that was a bit tedious and, a bit long because, we're not used to all of this, like all these lights, camera, actions. We have like a weekend to record and then edit. So it was a nice experience for it to be changed where we actually had the chance to like actually work professionally.
I think they learned that the real world is out there and there's no extensions on life. I think they learned how to be more responsible human beings. I think they learned about what it's like to really work in a professional environment. I think that they learned that they really love this. Most of the kids that were involved are like hardcore for life now. They were hardcore before, but now it's big time.
Listen, I don't even know what you're talking about. And then the next line should be, can we talk about this later in a different cut? Takes.
Experience was hectic because I had a lot of stuff going on besides this, but it was very fun because I love the experience of actually working with a professional team and learning more along the way. I have to say, it came out pretty good.
When we prepared everything, it was very different from when we actually executed it, the whole project, because when we were making the shot list and all that, we had ideas in mind that we really thought would be cool, like certain camera movements and things that people would say. We changed dialogue here and there. And then when we actually got on set, the environment changed and we found out we couldn't do certain things. And it's like one of those things where you have a perfect scenario in your head, And so in your head, everything's going out perfectly. But then when you actually get to that moment, it's kind of like, oh, phone's ringing and people are running in and out. And, you know, I don't know. It's discombobulated.
Good. Camera, I guess, is set not like specifically on them, but like around them, basically. And
But just wait. Notice how I'm not writing anything on the board that y'all saying because nobody's giving me a sentence to write. I said, give me a descriptive sentence.
we were basically learning all the things we would have to do on a real set while making the Twurge. Like, for example, I learned striking. That's one of the big things that I'm always saying now, striking. About moving lights, I didn't know that before, and now I'm just like, striking, doing this. And that's really cool, like, learning through making something. Like, we made that, the Twurge, and it's like, we made that while we were learning. It's not like, oh yeah, we learned and we just, let's go and do this. Like, we actually learned a lot while making it.
A lot of times for students, it's hard for them to have to write and really come up with a story. And so I thought that it was going to be like pulling teeth, but when we were in here every day, I mean, we ended up with like 12 pages, and I was just like, how did we get here? But I was so excited that every day we got together, we would brainstorm, and everybody had different ideas for different lines and everything, so that was exciting.
The concept of Twurge is like, you know, about how all those girls and like everyone online that was just being exposed online. So my perspective was like when the actual events happened, I was there like defending the girls. Like I felt like there wasn't a reason for all these girls to have like trusted someone so dearly, like so to that extent, to have like their trust to be completely betrayed. So while everyone was like making fun of them or like putting them on blast or like always saying something rude about them, I was there saying like defending them because these girls didn't know this was gonna happen. They shouldn't be like called out on it. So I just felt like these girls, like I felt like people needed to know like the different perspectives and like what drives a person to do that, or like how the girls feel, and when like that actually happened.
The most exciting moment in the whole process was when our kids got up there and started talking to HBO executives and pitching their story. And I'm like, who does this? They're 16 years old and they're pitching their story at HBO. Oh my gosh, I wanted to cry. I think I did cry a little. I was so excited and so happy for them. And I can just see like the future was wide open for them. And they all can go to film school. They all can have successful careers. And I'm looking forward to just watching them.
This year, EYTE conducted our first ever filmmaking challenge in partnership with the City of Elizabeth's Office of Youth, HBO's Corporate Social Responsibility Department, and the Thomas Jefferson School of the Arts. Thank you to all of our community partners for helping us tell our stories.
I think it's important for people to hear this story really because this could happen to almost anyone, and it did happen to people in our district. And that's the thing about it, is like it happened so close to us. You normally see things like this in the movies.